Right, good evening, everybody. It's Christmas in, I was going to say 48 hours, but it's a lot less than that, isn't it? It's probably about 30 hours or something like that, however it works. But look, the boxing does not stop. We've got a Christmas crack on the 27th of this month in Riyadh. It's Ring 5, headlined by Inoue versus Picasso. We've got Junto Nakatani in the co-main event as well. Boys, cracking card here on Saturday for a bit of Christmas action. Jazza Dickens was meant to be on it as well, but unfortunately, it was Satsumi he was fighting, wasn't it? But he injured his hand, I think it was. But look, we'll concentrate on the main event for now. Undisputed Super Bantamweight Championships on the line. And Inoue's got the carrot of Nakatani dangled in front of him for next May in what's probably the biggest fight in Japanese boxing history. But facing the Mexican undefeated Picasso, 32-0-1. Inoue himself, 31-0. So similar records, but fought at largely different levels for the majority of their career. Good to see you both. Let's get some final predictions in before the Christmas break. Evening, Hawkan. Thanks for joining, my friend. How do we see it?
Hawkan. Happy birthday, Hawkan.
Oh, happy birthday, Hawkan. Yeah. Many happy returns.
For me, I think it's a decent fight on paper. You know, we won't know until Picasso gets in there and, you know,
paints a picture.
Hey, but I'm just thinking of how he reacts to, I won't going to say the atmosphere, but the fact that he's under the bright lights, you know, he's the away fighter. Maloney gave him a bit of a tough fight. I think Maloney was 10-0 at the time, and he made hard work of that. And I just think that Inoue edges him in power, speed, fleet of foot. So I think he's up against it. I think he's got a chance early. We know Inoue's been dropped before, and I don't want to say start slow, but don't get into
dropped twice recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he don't start slow because nothing he does is slow, but it takes a while to get into his rhythm. And I think that's when Picasso needs to push and see if he can take some early rounds or put a dent in Inoue. But as with all Inoue fights, you know, he's a massive favourite for me.
Yeah, Liam, Jay mentioned he was dropped by Cardenas and he was dropped by Luis Neri, which I think was probably a heavier knockdown, both early on in the fights. Picasso not known as a massive puncher, but do you see any threat for Inoue heading into the Nakatani fight?
That's the only threat there is if he's got his eye on the fight that we know is coming next year, isn't it? We said time and time again, and we're having a narrative at the moment with AJ and Fury, when you put fights in place before the next fights happen, that's where you get risks. But Inoue's always had his eye on the ball. I think the fact this is his fourth fight of the year, again, his activity as a world champion, something we should applaud. I just don't see past him getting a late stoppage here, mate. I just think he'll build his way into the fight. He'll probably feel Picasso out 4 or 5 rounds. But as we know, when he puts his foot on the gas, he's very hard to stop, isn't he? And I think Inoue will get a stoppage, probably 8 to 10 for me is where I'm looking. But if Picasso can drop him early, look, we could be in for another one of those shocks that derails a massive fight that we're all looking forward to. But very hard to see past Inoue, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got Inoue late-ish. Hawkan's gone 5. Sorry, Jay. Where are you at with it?
6. TKO 6. Round 6.
TKO 6. Yeah, I'm going to go late as well, Liam. I just think that he beat MJ on points. That was, I wouldn't say a different side because we always knew Inoue can box, but he battered MJ, didn't he? MJ's just quite tough.
Yeah.
But he's been getting later stoppages in fights in more of his recent fights, I would say. So look, I'm going to go round 10 for Inoue, I think, but I think it'll be domination up until that point. I just on with you guys. He's professional. He's always in great shape. He isn't going to take his eye off the ball here for me.
No, I agree. I think it'll be another Inoue masterclass probably. But as I say, I think Picasso can be dangerous if he jumps on him early. But I think Inoue will figure him out, and as it gets to mid rounds, I think he'll start to pull away from him, and he'll run out of steam and he'll get a stoppage.
Yeah, I think so. Well, all of us, including Hawkan, then on the Inoue stoppage for the main event. So hopefully no issues there. We'll be back shortly for Junto Nakatani against Sebastian Hernandez. Another fight with 2 undefeated fighters. We've got 4 O's on the line in the co-main and main event. Obviously going to be on Saturday lunchtime here in the UK, which is fantastic.
126-0 is the combined record.
Yeah, well, that's what you want to see. Yeah, love that, Jay. On that note, we'll see you for Junto shortly.
Absolutely, it's like my record.